Guys, so we just got finished watching Thor Ragnarok, the next chapter of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this is the third film in the Thor. I was going to call it the Thor trilogy, but there's a fourth. There's a fourth Thor movie. And we'll get to that fourth Thor movie in a little bit, but we got to talk about Thor Ragnarok. But we got to talk about a few more movies before we get to that. And one of them is Thor Ragnarok. So, Thor Ragnarok. So quick little backstory here. When this movie was first announced, I was expecting a very dark and very dramatic, very just purely epic dark film with this movie. With them, based on how the first two movies were, where it was very much an kind of epic fantasy like, and it had that tone, and then you had that feel. I was expecting Ragnarok to go a little bit darker with that, especially when you have, what the title suggests, Ragnarok, which, in Norse mythology, Ragnarok is essentially Norse mythology. That's the end of day. That's the end of days. That means, search the whole lore. I'm not too well versed in Norse mythology. I mean, I know Ragnarok from like the Marvel comics, but I'm not too well versed in Norse mythology. So any of you guys who are more into Norse mythology can let me know more. You can tell me and other people about that in the comment section below. But I don't have. This is not a 5-hour video. I don't have the time to go over to my desk and research. Hey, let's do a 5-hour thing on Ragnarok. No. Here to talk about the movie. So I was expecting a really dark movie. And then the trailer came out, and all of a sudden I saw this movie had a lot of humor, and it was like Guardians of the Galaxy like, and I'm like, this is weird for Thor? This is strange. I was not expecting this for Thor. And it didn't feel, it did not feel like a Thor movie. It felt like Flash Gordon. Like, in tone, like, the trailers made it look like Flash Gordon and less like Thor. And I was like, this feels weird. This tonally doesn't feel right, And look, this is a completely tonal shift for the character. It is a completely tonal shift. But that being said, this movie's amazing. That being said, this movie is great. I love Thor Ragnarok. This movie, from the moment it starts to the moment it ends, never ceases to be funny, but also never ceases to also have emotion. And it keeps a really good, it maintains a extremely amazing level of humor while also giving you great emotional depth. Thor loses so much in this movie. He loses his dad, he loses his hammer, he loses an eye, he loses his home world. He loses so much just in this movie alone. And it really is. It's a movie where he actually gets put through the ringer quite a bit. But it's also a really funny movie. Honestly, there's a lot that made me laugh in this movie. The joke that made me laugh the hardest, and I had to really hold it in because I was at the gym when I started watching this movie at the gym. And I was in the middle of, I was on the treadmill. I'm watching the movie on the treadmill, and the second this scene happened, I had to I was trying to hold it in, but and I used the clip earlier on, so you guys saw the clip, but it's when Korg runs in. Oh, Loki disappears. All of a sudden, Korg just runs in the frame. Piss off, Ghost. That's freaking weird. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why. I now need a T-shirt that says "Piss Off Ghost" on it. I now want a T-shirt that just says "Piss Off Ghost." But yeah, I I love that, and also everything with Bruce Banner, the kind of buddy dynamic between Thor and Hulk and Thor and Bruce Banner in this film is amazing. Like that whole bit, you're just using me to get to the Hulk. That's gross. You're not my friend. No, I don't even like Hulk. He's all smash, smash, smash. I prefer you. No, you're Banner's friend. No, I don't even like Banner. He's all, numbers and stuff. I prefer you. It's just so great. So great. And then Valkyrie is amazing. I gotta say, my one minor complaint with the film, even though I think Cate Blanchett gives a good performance in the film, I don't feel that invested in Hela as a villain. And that's actually a recurring theme in in both Thor movies directed by Taika Waititi, is that, the villains in both of his movies are just not as interesting. Are just not interesting enough. We'll talk about Thor: Love and Thunder in a little bit about how wasted of a character Gore is, but I just don't find Hela that interesting of a character in this film. So, but yeah, Ragnarok is I love it. I think overall it's a great addition to the MCU, and it's funny from start to finish. I had a good time. I was laughing from start to finish, and yeah, that'll do it for my review, guys. Join me tomorrow, and we will be talking about. Actually, I got the Blu-ray right here. We'll be talking about Black Panther. So join me tomorrow, guys, as we talk about Black Panther. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.